Gentlemen, let's start with a truth most men completely miss. Women rarely announce desire. They don't send texts saying, "I want you." They don't drop obvious hints. Desire is subtle, quiet, and often invisible to those who expect it to be loud. Most men look for obvious signs: prolonged eye contact, flirtatious words, or sexual advances. But by the time those appear, it's often too late. She's already made a decision in her subconscious mind, long before she even admits it to herself. The problem is simple. Men often ignore the whispers of attraction and wait for shouts. They misread comfort for disinterest, politeness for neutrality, or teasing for mockery. By the time they notice her longing, they've already conditioned themselves to assume it doesn't exist. Let's mark that clearly. If you rely on words, you're missing the real signals. Women communicate desire through behavior, body language, and subtle emotional shifts. And understanding these signs is not just useful, it's transformative. It allows you to respond in a way that deepens connection, builds tension, and positions you as the man she subconsciously wants. Here are the 3 most powerful, subtle signs she desires you, explained in depth. Sign 1: emotional vulnerability through her eyes. The first and most overlooked sign is not her lips, not her body language in a direct sense. It's her eyes. When a woman desires a man, her nervous system reacts before her mind does. She might glance at you and quickly look away. That tiny, almost imperceptible break of eye contact is loaded with meaning. It shows she's processing something emotional she's not ready to reveal verbally. Problem: most men confuse confident avoidance with disinterest. They see a woman look away and think, "She's not into me." That's a fatal mistake. Mark: desire often trembles before it speaks. It shows in the eyes first. Pupils dilate. Her gaze seeks subtle connection. Even in conversation, if her eyes linger on you for a fraction longer than casual, or she notices the smallest details about your expression, it's an unconscious acknowledgement of attraction. Solution: pay attention to these micro reactions. Notice when she softens her gaze around you, when her eyes briefly meet yours in moments of quiet or laughter. Respond with calm presence, not verbal interrogation. Hold your own gaze gently without staring. Your confidence allows her nervous system to relax, creating a silent channel of desire that words cannot touch. Sign 2: subtle physical proximity and touch. The second sign is about space. Desire often manifests in how she positions herself physically around you. Women instinctively seek closeness with men they desire, even when socially constrained. She might sit closer than necessary, angle her body towards you in a group, or find small ways to brush against your arm or shoulder. These touches are never random. They are testing your response, gauging safety, and inviting intimacy without words. Problem: men mistake casual contact for coincidence. They ignore these opportunities or react inappropriately, either by overstepping or withdrawing. Both responses break the delicate tension that desire relies on. Mark touches a silent conversation. When she allows subtle contact, it's not casual. It's an invitation. She's showing you access to her emotional world before her mind commits to verbal consent. Solution: on observe and mirror gently. Respond with calm composure, not eagerness. Let her proximity guide your actions. If she brushes your arm, allow a natural, confident response. If she leans in slightly, maintain steady posture. This sends a message of safety and respect, reinforcing her attraction without forcing it. Over time, her nervous system begins to associate you with calm presence, trust, and desire, a combination that is far more potent than any words you could speak. Sign 30: sharing personal vulnerabilities. The third sign is emotional, not physical. When a woman desires you, she begins sharing details she doesn't share with others. Her fears, past experiences, insecurities, even private memories. This is not random chatter. She's testing whether you are trustworthy, whether she can reveal herself without risk. A woman will never give herself fully, emotionally or physically, to a man she cannot trust. Problem: most men fail to recognize these disclosures as signals of attraction. They respond superficially, with humor or advice missing the real meaning. Or worse, they treat her vulnerability as a casual conversation, not a test of emotional alignment. Marked desire and trust are inseparable. The moment she opens her heart, even in small ways, she is preparing to open her world to you. Emotional sharing is a precursor to physical intimacy. Solution: respond with active listening and calm emotional grounding. Do not overreact, overanalyze, or mirror her vulnerability superficially. Instead, acknowledge, validate, and maintain steady presence. Your ability to receive her emotional disclosures without judgment or pressure signals emotional safety, a trigger her nervous system craves. This transforms attraction from passive to magnetic,